towards becoming a better speaker. He was recently promoted to Commercial Sales Manager of the Colorado Springs Pioneer Company, and he wants to continue to build his confidence in his ability to speak in front of large groups and lead his sales staff to success. So let's welcome Matt for his icebreaker.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. We'll leave it here. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, I inflate my lungs with a rush of scenery, air, mountains, trees, and people. This is happiness. I'm a Colorado Springs native. My soul lives in Colorado. I can't really see myself living anywhere else. As a young boy, I grew up on the west side of Colorado Springs on Valley Road, and the experiences I had there gave me the opportunity that not everyone has. Bicycle rides through the neighborhood, through the very close-by Garden of the Gods, playing at the Rockledge Ranch, swimming at the neighborhood swim club, and playing hockey. In junior high, I sang in the choir, I ran in track meets, I still played hockey, and I started playing basketball. Basketball was short-lived, however. I had a hard time catching on with basketball. I made the team, but I rode the pine. The one time I finally made it onto the court, I felt like my coach, my teammates were literally ushering me back off the court. And I'll never forget when I made it back to the bench, what my coach said to me and the look on his face. He said, "Hulsey, you suck." I didn't laugh at the time, but I can laugh about it now. But later my dad told me, "Matt, let's stick with hockey." And that's what I did. My family is the most important aspect of my life. They've always been very supportive of me, whether it was telling me that maybe I should give up basketball or encouraging me to do something else. I was brought up in a very loving and affectionate family, and this has stuck with me now that I'm an adult. An example of that affection from my freshman year of high school, my sister was a senior, and we met in the hallway, and we were talking in between classes, and the bell rang, so I gave her a big hug, and I took off down the hallway to class. And I'm walking down the hallway to class, and a friend approaches me and says, "Dude, are you dating that senior?" And the puzzled look on his face when I told him that was my sister will always remain in my mind. Although there was lots of love in my family, my parents' love for each other eventually came to an end. Divorce stinks, we all know that. It was a very hard time for me and my family, but we remained strong and we made it through. My mother was incredibly strong. She seemed invincible in my mind during this time. She worked two jobs to support 3 children, 2 dogs in addition to that, and her devotion and hard work to our family is something I'll never forget. I rebelled a lot during that time too, acted out if you will, but I eventually became a leader in our family and in other areas of my life. In high school I continued with choir, I continued with hockey where I became the captain of the hockey team for my junior and senior year there. And then I moved into college, and then my early professional career where I met my beautiful and amazing wife. We've now been blessed with 3 boys, wild and crazy boys, 2 of which are twins, and they came into this world at once. Everyone that tells you that having 2 is just as easy as having 1, you're changing 1 diaper, you might as well change 2, that has no idea what you're talking about. They're a lot of fun, but definitely a lot of hard work. They've motivated me, though, to be better in every aspect of my life, whether it's to be a father, a husband, and a person in general. My career at Pioneer Sand Company over the last 10 years is obviously a huge part of my life. I've enjoyed some success up the corporate ladder, and I have a passion for what I do. I joined Toastmasters to improve my speaking skills and also help improve my leadership skills, which I hope will ensure that growth and my success going forward. You need to have a release from work and family and stress, and that release for me is CrossFit. I recently, within the last 2 years, began CrossFit, and it's a huge part of my life. It's a very demanding and sometimes extreme sport that pushes you to limits. And it makes you uncomfortable, similar to public speaking. The lessons learned from Valley Road to junior high to high school to my career at Pioneer Sand are what make me who I am today. Got a toast?